want to make sure.
Getting around, it does make it.
Yeah. I'm towards the end of it, but I just.
Or somebody else.
No,
That's just.
they have three.
Nice to meet you.
That one's called the Grand Sport. They're all a lot wider.
How are you?
Hi.
Johnny Fair.
Hi, Tim Cummings.
Did what? I don't know. Oh, hey. Did she ask if? Oh, I don't know why my ears don't work when my mask is on my face. I have a baby. I don't want to. I don't think it's COVID, but you know, COVID is among us.
In your mags, please.
You don't want that. Lost contact.
In my, okay.
It shouldn't make that weird noise.
Nope, doesn't.
But yeah, no one could hear it.
No, I just told her or whatever she wanted to meet, which is totally fine. And I said, yeah, I just wanted to see.
We got a couple minutes here.
No, because I wasn't today.
So that, no, this wasn't today. This was for you said the
Bill, do we have a
Oh,
quorum from?
It would be helpful to meet.
We don't have a quorum from last August.
Her main thing is she's just
Fifth,
trying to
right?
figure out kind of what she needs to do. And she
right. That's why I wanted to know.
So we can't take a vote for the August 5th yet because there's only 3 of them.
We can meet, but honestly, you council, if you have the time, and I don't want to push them onto you either, but if you have the time, she's slammed right now. And so sorry.
No, and I'm not much in partnership. I just wanted to make sure that
No, I don't anticipate that whatsoever.
just kind of taking away these things.
I just
say,
don't.
okay, Cindy,
She
when
doesn't,
can you meet?
she doesn't know what,
And Jeff, you're fine.
I'm great with that.
And so
Because
just kind of.
she's trying to learn.
And so
Yeah.
if we put her in that role, it's still be best.
Exactly.
So is that okay?
Well, it depends on the event. Perhaps not. It will be a good supportive role. I think we're Christmas and Founders Day, it might be a little bit adjusted.
Founders Day is,
I know.
so just not with Christmas for the city.
Yeah, I think that was perfect.
Okay.
No,
And well,
she
it would be the same with teachers, whatever.
yeah, no, she just wants to get up to speed, and she's overwhelmed right now.
That clock
And so,
hits 6
with
or
you,
as it hits,
I
then we can
really
start since we're live streaming right
I
now.
feel like you're getting this.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Back to this again. That sounds like a neat
I read that.
project.
Yeah.
But she's going to.
Elon called me today.
Is this it?
Yep.
After pledge and prayer,
Yeah.
will you just make a comment?
Yeah,
to make sure
yeah, no problem.
sign in?
And I'm gonna email the ATC on it.
Huh?
Okay, it's 6 o'clock. We'd like to go ahead and welcome everybody. Like to welcome everybody to the Pleasant View Planning Commission, Thursday, September 23rd. We'll go ahead and get started. We'll call it the meeting to begin. We'd like to go ahead and ask Commissioner Bolingbrook if we will start us out with an opening prayer reading or expression of thought, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our Father in heaven, we're grateful for this opportunity we had to be here tonight at this Planning Commission meeting for our city. We're grateful for the opportunity that we have to serve and to act in the best interest of the city and the residents and to keep our city great place to live in and to live in. We're grateful for all the people that have all the residents here, and we ask you to please bless them and we pray that this meeting will go well as we discuss these agenda items tonight. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'm Commissioner Neff, and I'll be filling in for our chairman who couldn't make it tonight. We excuse him. First of all, we'd like to ask, we're thankful for those of us, those joining us in the audience. We'd like to make sure before you leave tonight, if you could sign our roll, so we'd have that on the file for tonight's agenda. Also, any of those that come up to the front, if we make sure you mention your name and your address, we'll have that for the record for our agenda also. We don't have a quorum for the August 5th Planning Commission meeting roll call, so we just need to make sure that we approve the agenda for tonight's minutes. Do we have everybody that's read those? Do I have a motion to accept the approval? Or not the minutes, just the agenda for tonight's minutes. The approval for tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, we'll approve. All in favor, say aye.
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 Yeah, it's in favor. So we'll go ahead and move to discuss the administrative discussion of decision, a discussion and a decision for conditional use application addition to the home located at 4680 Pole Patch Drive, parcel 16012-0097. We'll go ahead and turn it over to staff to start the discussion.
So the location is on Pole Patch Drive. Here's the aerial shot. You go clear up, there's 4475. It's this parcel right here. And it's for an addition for a pipe organ room.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
done.
Wow. Meeting's over. Woohoo! Don't ever ask me to help with tech again.
Got a vote?
Okay.
Area. There's the road. Here's his existing home. This is where the addition's going to be. This is what it's going to look like. Hold on. Whoops, too far.
Wow, you are good.
There.
That's up that time. Everyone should be proud.
So it is a conditional use. The biggest thing, ground coverage and the sensitive land. He actually will be removing the tennis court right here. And by doing that and putting the addition in, he will actually get closer to the 10%, which is where optimal we want people to be, but he would still be compliant with our new ordinance that we have done. So he's already brought in the stormwater activity permit that we've requested. So he's actually ready to go. His plans are just sitting with the inspector for the building permit as long as it is approved tonight. Staff sees no other issues. He's compliant. He's actually been really easy to work with. So, and that's all we have.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
One of my questions was, and I understand that it almost looks like the tennis court is more square footage. Oh, that's what. But the
Yes.
tennis court almost looks like it's more square footage than the new coverage.
Right.
But in the staff notes, it talked about the groundwater and in the retention area.
Mm-hmm.
Does that need to be covered on that because of where is the retention area, and does that need to be relooked at?
With it being A5, that's why we don't want more than a certain amount covered, because
Correct.
that's pretty much how the water is able to absorb.
So
back
there
in the
doesn't
ground.
need to be a retention on this, or it doesn't have to be relooked at because of that?
It was, his impervious percentage was pretty high.
And so we're just doing an equal
And so
swap.
because he's gonna remove this, which is, as you can tell by the view, it's pretty, almost 3 times? size. There you go. And this new addition's a lot smaller. It's bringing his percentage down, even with the new building being put on.
And then and I guess we can ask the petitioner what they'll be replacing it with.
Are you gonna replace the tennis court?
No, my intention is to leave the fence up around the tennis court and make it into a garden area where.
But it will be
Jump the 10-foot
something that the water
Yes.
can then work its way down into the ground is the idea. The deer will be a problem with that. Okay, thank you. Can we have the petitioner come up before then? State your name and address, please.
David Park, and it's 4680 Pole Patch Drive.
Okay. Are there any questions for the petitioner at this time?
Corner looks like it goes beyond the setback. Is that?
That yellow setback is a pole patch requirement, 50 feet, and pole patch has already signed off on that variance for that. I believe the city setback is 25 feet, which is half that distance. So.
Okay.
And yeah, the tennis court, just for your information, I think we're covered to pretty close to 18% right now as it stands. The tennis court is 8,300 square feet and the addition will be close to 3,000. So I'm giving back 5,000 square feet of coverage by building this addition and taking the tennis court out.
Nice. Okay, any other questions from the commission for the petitioner?
I was able to attend the previous presentation, so this is not news to me.
Exactly.
Looks like a great project.
Okay. I understand that there might have been some public questions or comments. Are there? This is not a public hearing at this time, but have there been any questions? Okay, just wanted to see if there were any public comments at this time.
I have talked to all the neighbors myself long ago, and they're all happy. So
perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go ahead. Are there any other discussion items from the commission at this time? Okay, if none at this time, we'll go ahead and entertain a motion. The staff recommends a approval along with conditions listed below. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion for approval of that project at 460 Pole Patch Drive.
I'll second it.
Okay. Can we do it with the conditions recommendations from the staff?
Well, yeah, that's already part of the petition.
Okay.
So I think we're covered.
All right, we'll go ahead and we have a recommendation, a motion and a second. All in favor? Is there a discussion on a motion and a second? Is there a discussion on the motion? Okay, we'll go ahead and make a vote on the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Looks unanimous. We'll go ahead and move forward with that. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll go ahead and move to the administrative item discussion point number 2, discussion and recommendation to the City Council. 8-lot preliminary subdivision, heart of Pole Patch, Phase 3, located at the top of 250 West, parcel 16, 357-0008.
It's actually 7, that was a typo.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Okay, we'll make that correction to number 7.
Okay,
Go ahead and turn that over to staff for discussion this time.
so here's the location. You have 4350 right here. There's 250 Cottonwood Drive, 4600 and 3550. The applicant is John Ferry, he's here. Here's the project. As you can tell, it'll be a cul-de-sac, just 7 lots. It meets the cul-de-sac requirements. It does meet the fire flow. The lot sizes are exactly what the standards and the zoning requirements allow. There's an easement. If you can tell, there's a water easement right here. It helps with the fire flow. The detention is already calculated with the phase 1, which is right here. And they calculated phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So there's that. And as you can tell, there's the remainder parcel, which means there's not going to be any development on that. If they do decide to do development, they'll have to come back through with a different phase or whatever. So there won't be having any, oh, my mind just went blank, curb and gutter along here, because there's going to be absolutely no development. It's going to just stay the way it is.
There's a easement on that, or a,
Originally that went, oh my, it's going out right here. 19, 20, 21, and 22. You can see the easement is rather large right here, and there's another one right here. These are the notes on the plat as of right now. Geological report, if you can see that on 5. So as people come in, they purchase a lot, they will have all of these on their reports. When you purchase a lot, they pull those. And it was requested, so there's your overlay of what, oh my goodness. An overlay of where it's going to be with how everything currently is. So here's phase 2, and this is how it's going to lay out. And they do not have any access off of Cottonwood Drive because it is too steep, and it doesn't work. So they're not going to have any access on these lots.
okay.
You can see right here, it says no access to Cottonwood Drive. We have made sure it's on the plat.
Staff. Get Mr. Ferry up, or the petitioner up, please.
Johnny Ferry. I live at 357 North, 2050 East in North Ogden. Townhome number 7, while I wait to build my home on lot number 20.
There you go.
And I've been there for a year and a half,
Get in.
waiting to get in. And actually, it's been a lot longer than we've been waiting for that lot, so.
That'll be a nice spot right up there. That'll be a nice area. Any questions for the petitioner?
I do. It's really not significant, but I'm just curious. In this area, there aren't a lot of fences. I think there's like one that I can think of. Are these lots going to have fences? I mean, I know that the land goes down, but are we going to keep it kind of open, or would that just be up to like the homeowners?
We would have it up to the homeowners. There's
Okay.
nothing written in the CCNRs that require a fence or not.
Okay, just curious.
I think so. It looks straightforward.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember if I had anything that was straightforward for me as I was looking through that. Okay. Nothing else? Okay, thank you very much. Oh, was there anything from public comments that we needed at this time?
I spoke
with one of the residents here in the office, or in the room, and he had some concerns with the barbed wire fence, which we can work that out with.
staff and the applicant later. Okay, we'll take care of that. Thank you. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all I've heard, so.
Okay. I always like to hear from the public if we have a chance to at the time, and we can get those taken care of. All right, we'll go ahead and discussion items from commission. Do we have any discussion items on this topic from commission? Anything at this time? Okay, if not, the staff recommends approval, so we will open for take a motion at this time for the top 250 West, parcel 16, 357,008.
What,
Oh.
do we want to, I think, is anyone here to make comments from the public?
It's not a public hearing.
Right, but do we,
And I think the public person that came to have a discussion actually came and brought their concerns up
Okay.
and talked to Jill ahead of time.
that's fine, okay.
So we're just going to go ahead and let them talk to staff at this time and go ahead and discuss their topics with them at this time. So, all right, do we have any items at this time? Do we want to take a motion at this time?
I'll motion to approve the development. And approval for the phase 2 of the Heart of Pool Patch with the conditions stated by the staff.
Great, we've got a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion before the table? Okay, as such, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, it looks to be unanimous. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll go ahead and move to our next item, which is the, yeah, we're moving along. Does staff go ahead to get to commission communication? Do we have anything for?
Yes, this is my last day.
Oh, that's not what we wanted to hear.
I know, I'm moving to Salt Lake for a little while, and it has been a privilege to be able to do this with you guys, and I'm really sad to give this up, but
We appreciate all the years, and we will be, hopefully you've had a lot of learning.
oh, it's been
experience
wonderful.
because you've been able to learn from the Pleasant View staff here. It's been a lot of great years, so we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So get to jump into the whole game now, right?
Well, I actually changed my game plan to education,
Oh,
so I
oh.
know. But I got it with Butler Middle School. Yeah, Glenwood Heights. Thank you. So,
Great.
Good luck.
Good luck. Salt Lake's going to be a different world.
yeah.
Instead of Pleasant
I love
View.
Pleasant View.
Get back up here as quick as you can, but we miss you and want to get you back up here as soon as we can. But thank you for your service. We really appreciated having you with us. So thank you very much. And now we've got to hurry and get someone else on our staff as quick as we can, but that'll be great. Anything else from the communications from the?
We also had a conference. Were we supposed to talk about that at all or not bring that up today?
That'll be on hers next.
Whatever you
We
want.
have a staff, but we do
We don't
have,
have to.
we have a conference coming up, so we can address that right now.
We actually had a conference.
Oh, you had one.
We had one. But before we get to that, we have appointed, his name's Dan Crandall,
Okay,
to the commission. He was going to try and make it tonight, but he had some family things that must have come up. So we will be excited to welcome him. We have another person that will be hopefully appointed on Tuesday. So we'll have 2 new ones, and then we'll have to find another one. So, did you want to add anything on that one?
No, we just so appreciate the service of Alicia and are really sad to see her go, but I'm excited for her new opportunities, and I'm excited for the new planning commissioners too. And these are not to replace Alicia, they were to replace other seats, but I think we've got some really great people coming on board.
You'll have to let us know when you come back, because if we have an opening. Just saying.
Yeah, I definitely would want to do it again.
So, we went to a conference, it was down in Taylorsville. It was Commissioner Cummings, Commissioner Lund, and Amy and I. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know if you guys all did, but we really emphasized on, the middle housing, which is, what we're working on, which would be, what would you categorize? I think more of either townhomes and patio homes.
Yeah, just middle income, middle size, there's just kind of a missing housing component, and it's not just in our community, it's throughout the state, and with housing crisis and ability to get housing, it's a real deal. So it was a good conference.
It was really good.
The keynote speaker for the second day really provided some insight on the housing market that I think would have escaped me. I've never heard all that in one place.
So the goal is, I have it on my list. I will be typing up some good notes, and then I'll send it out so you guys can have those.
Good.
Okay? I don't have anything else. Oh, we may or may not have a second meeting, but I'll keep you posted.
So we have a tentative October, we have October 1st for sure, and then we have a tentative for October. the
October
second
7th is for sure.
For sure, and then we have one on the second Thursday, we've now put as a tentative.
And Jill and I are working together to kind of clean up the process. We'll come to the next meeting with a much cleaner proposal and be able to share that with you and get you.
I still say
It's been
we-
bumpy.
We put our calendar out, we say, here it is, and this is what it is, and we stick
Yes.
with our calendar. And if people can see what a calendar is, there's what it is, and that's what we voted on, and we stick with it.
Well, I appreciate your guys' patience with me,
We're
because
okay.
I'm all
But
over
we
the
also
place.
said at the first of the year, when we voted on that we would also, as a group, be as flexible as we could, and that's what we voted on, and I think the group's been pretty flexible. So
Oh,
I
absolutely.
really appreciate the group, and I think Commissioner Priest would also say that the group's been pretty flexible. So
We
that's what
have-
we voted on at the first of the year, that as we could, we would make ourselves flexible so we could accommodate those as needed. So,
I've been very impressed with this group, so I
Oh.
appreciate it a lot.
okay, anything else from the staff?
I don't think, just a reminder with water, this is just on the city side, but with secondary turned off, we're just trying to be as cognizant of as we can in reducing the use of water right now.
So stop drinking it and drink
No.
Pepsi and Mountain Dew instead.
It will help our Pepsi
Support the
plant.
local company.
Wait, we have a wine.
That's all
They
I
had
drink.
We have a
Dr.
wine company.
Pepper
That's all I
over
drink
there.
is soda pop, so.
Oh.
Sarah, anything from our local city council representative? Anything from the city council, please?
Well, actually, there's quite a few things going on. I don't know if you were present or not that you were present, I know that you weren't present, or if you heard, but the city council has given the green light to a local resident committee with also Ann and I on the committee for pickleball. We are expanding, we are adding more courts. And so they
Wow.
petitioned the city of, hey, we'd like to move forward with this, the council gave their blessing. And now we're gonna present a plan, an action item of how we want to do this. And the location would be the South Baseball Diamond at Pleasant View City Park to expand, and the hope is 8 more courts. And we have a wonderful, resident committee with Bonnie Clark and Steve Carlson and Colin Elaine Pitcher and Lori Lee and myself and Ann and, Christy Holly, several people. And so we're getting the ground running
Great.
with more pickleball courts. And the Veterans Monument, they're gonna pour some concrete tomorrow. Well, I don't know the concrete, they are installing the poles tomorrow.
Yeah, they're
And
getting close on the footings.
so we'll have, I think it will be ready for Veterans Day for the dedication. And so, keep your eyes open for that will be coming. And there's been lots of fiber discussions that's been, that talked about in city council, that there will be some things coming forward, Ann and Dave.
Some recommendations, and we'll have a public open house, and we'll make sure to get you that information, and obviously get that out to the public
fiber,
as well.
But they have been, actively pursuing, conversations with companies, and we send out a request for, proposals, and so Dave and Ann and local residents again who have some background are going to be presenting that before city council. for some recommendations. So we have that, pickleball, we have the Veterans Monument. Did you guys see the big company that's setting up shop in our city? You didn't see that post? Well, so we have, what's the name?
Fun Pro.
Sun Pro, building supply. Do you guys know where Wildcat Storage in that wonky road that's now going to be a 2A again is setting up shop right there? It's a multi-million-dollar company. And so we're really excited that they are coming to Pleasant View. And so
The guys are awesome.
They've been wonderful to work
Really?
with. They follow all the rules, dot all their i's, cross all their t's,
So
and
we have that, and we're also going to be working
Good.
out, we've been having ongoing discussions about Skyline Drive, and we have some great options coming that you'll be hearing about. And just a lot of really exciting things going on.
and the Pumpalooza's coming
Oh,
up.
yes, we have our last
Sorry,
food truck
not to-
night on Monday, so come to the last food trucks on Monday, that event. And then we have our big fall event on Saturday, October 9th from 4 to 7, and we've hired some more employees here. And maybe Amy was gonna talk about that. I don't know, we have a new part-time employee right here over on this side.
Keep the lawn mowed.
No,
Oh.
No.
office employee.
Answering phones
Just
to improve
kidding.
our customer service.
She's absolutely delightful, and I can't, it's Mandy's daughter. It's Brianna,
Brianna, and then we hired an admin up at Public Works and Bree.
Oh, don't get confused there. Bree and Brianna, and we have a new rec director, and her name is
Cindy Harrison. She's
And
wonderful.
She hit the ground running with recreation, and with us expanding pickleball, that's what it's gonna talk about. She's gonna have even more to do, so.
Sounds
Are
great.
there-
We're moving along.
Are there gonna be like city tournaments for
Yes,
pickleball?
There were,
nothing's been.
they're
approved,
in, yeah,
but we
nothing's
want-
finalized.
Gotta get reports first.
Yes,
Yeah.
we want
I know,
to
but
do,
that would be
we want to
awesome.
do leagues. Our desire.
There's a lot
if
of,
council
a lot of
approves
great
it,
ideas
we
flowing
want
out
to do
there.
leagues, we want to do clinics, we want to expand the sport, partner. This is what we would like, nothing's been approved that way, like to partner with our local schools and bring tournaments here to Pleasant View, which would bring us on the map, and, just, we have big plans,
That's exciting.
Parking.
so.
There you go. All right, sounds like we're moving forward. All right,
Hey.
anything else from commission?
Yeah, I do. Thinking about that company moving in and all the businesses that are moving into Utah. Just from the conference, we are in a serious housing crisis, and he instructed us or said to be curious and think outside the picture. So moving forward, I don't know, just investigate, spend some time trying to figure out, learn about the housing crisis, what's going on, what are the this and that and the other, and maybe, I don't know, think outside the box a little on things, especially when you're recreating your general plan. Just because we're in dire straits really in Utah. So he also suggested for commissioners, instead of just thinking locally, maybe we should really embrace the statewide picture a little more to maybe understand the real problems, and then perhaps be open to certain things in our own city. So, that is very broad.
Can I add my 2 cents to that?
Yeah.
With the MUW, we thought outside of the box.
That's awesome.
Very much so there. And I would add that Pleasant View in this area has more.
We have more items
more
on the
housing
list.
Than Plain City, Far West,
Yeah, we
Harrisville,
do.
all of them.
We have more on that list.
Great city.
We have more of them. We over.
Because we're awesome.
Complete.
We're
our quota.
ahead on the list.
But our MUW, no, and I think that we were very conscientious with that too, because Pleasant View also is in a fair situation with where we can allow our commercial growth. And that comes first in my opinion.
We're right on
That's my
the
opinion.
crossroads.
Right now,
That's gotta
absolutely it
come
does.
to be able, because if you allow all this housing and stuff, that's not sustainable as far as property taxes to provide for the needs of the
Well,
community, so you have to have a balance.
And I think when we've done our general plan, and we've done a lot of good planning over the years, and our residents have looked at things in the general plan, it's been very critical for us to look, not just currently, but in the future, and we've made sure that we've kept our corridors. And
Yes.
Pleasant View's at a great place where we've managed to keep our corridors for the future, current and future, to allow us to leave corridors for commercial and allow, some residential, and for our growth in the right places. And I
Right.
think if we do that and we keep our general plan for the future, it's going to pay out dividends for us. So
And we're also at a very important spot where you have one shot.
that's
And
right.
If you're not careful, you'll lose your shot.
That's right.
and
And we've talked about that for quite a few years. So we just got to be real careful how we keep looking at it. So,
A proper balance,
yep.
but I totally
Yeah,
agree.
and so there's been a lot of hard work and we just got to keep looking at it. So, all right, I make a motion that we adjourn for the night. So said, let's do it. All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for attending tonight. Thank you.